Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yes! That magical time. Often imitated, never duplicated. Talking about you, Bash. This week, sit your ass down. You know, we give the credit for people to be dumb. This week, people who knew better chose to do the opposite thing and then doubled down on that. Some people who just saw the right thing and went the other way for whatever reason. I don't really know how to bring the first sit your ass up. Sit your ass down up without acknowledging the last month of racial injustice, turmoil. I don't know if you heard my man Nadir on Mawali's song Run or Blue Lights, but some things you don't play with. And in this term, there's a new challenge out there, and I want to give a special sit your ass down to the kids who are participating in the George Floyd challenge. Can we get that picture up? There we go. Yes, the George Floyd challenge. The George Floyd challenge is a social media meme in which there's a white kid and a black kid. I'm dead serious. Or a white kid and another white kid, and this hurts the most. Sometimes I've seen it if you type in hashtag George Floyd challenge. A black kid and a black kid putting their knee on the necks of another one to take the picture and hashtagging the George Floyd challenge. Okay. How to unpack this? Everyone involved in this, myself included, for even looking this dumb shit up is wrong. George Floyd, I want to say this up front, probably wasn't a perfect man. We are not. But hopefully in his parish we get a chance to reevaluate ourselves and make life better for the people who are still around. Unfortunately, he never got a chance to see that. And the way he died was so fucked up. It's so fucked up, you should not make a internet challenge of this. Let alone making light of anyone's demise. Let alone how poignant or proficient it could be into everyday social causes. So guys, man, anyone involved in the George Floyd challenge, please stop. And please, take my advice. Sit y'all ass down. Alright. Woo! That was a rough one. So, the next sit your ass down. Try to make it lighthearted, but y'all found a way to... Whew, it's all racial here. The good folks at Snapchat. Now, Snapchat, the multimedia device that does everything Snapchat does, has a very special... Had, as in... They did the thing, they apologized for it, but we'll get to it. The reason Snapchat is getting sit your ass down is because Snapchat had a filter called the very special Juneteenth filter. And Snapchat's Juneteenth filter for whatever you do is they released a filter to celebrate Juneteenth on Friday and removed it due to criticism because the filter against the black drop of a Pan-African flag asks users to smile, to break the chains of oppression. Yep, that actually happened. That actually happened. Alright, first of all, there's many things wrong with that. Breaking the chains of oppression with Snapchat. Alright, granted they did apologize, but dude, the fact that you even made this app in the first place shows how tone deaf you are. Snapchat, dude, Go back to sending news that disappear in 24 hours. And tell them, man, sit y'all ass down. And lastly, certainly not leastly, it wouldn't be a sit your ass down if somebody from the great state of Florida did not show up. Florida governor blames coronavirus spikes on the overwhelmingly Hispanic workers. Yes, let's just read the story. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis pointed out that clusters of the overwhelmingly, in quote, Hispanic day laborers and agricultural workers driving the state's recent coronavirus spike. But farm workers and industry associates argue resources and testing came too late to those communities, according to news reports. The Republican governor told reporters on Tuesday that cramped living and working conditions for the migrant workers and Hispanic construction workers are partly to blame to this spike, according to WFOR TV. Some of these guys go to work in a social bus and they are all packed in there like sardines, going across Palm Beach County and some of these other places, and there are all these opportunities to have transmissions, end quote. Governor DeSantis said during a press conference in Tallahassee, he pointed to causes in migrant camps, watermelon farms, and Imoloki, did I say that right? All right, a major hub for tomato production as evidence for this uptick. But Florida Agricultural Commissioner Nikki Freed argued that the majority of farm workers left in several weeks after the harvest ended, that the real uptick in this non-agricultural areas, such as, according to the Miami Herald. Man, if I could read today. In addition, Antonio Tovar, the executive director of the Farm Worker Association of Florida, said it's not the farm workers' fault that they're vulnerable to COVID-19. He pointed the finger at DeSantis for ignoring the pleas from a coalition of over 50 groups that asked him for aid in late April. So it's like this. Governor DeSantis, you are going to ignore the fact that you really didn't close the state due to COVID. You were one of the first states to open pretty much everything to COVID. COVID is happening, and then you blame the Hispanic population. Man, if you don't sit your ass down, so you don't talk about the bars, the nightclubs, the salons, the barbershops, the everything else, but you blame the Hispanic workers. It only shows your xenophobic sense of what it is to be American. And then, on top of that, it's not the real thing. And for you to blame the Hispanic population, my Latin brothers and sisters out there, which is even more contradictory, your last name is DeSantis. So that means you have a little taste of that somewhere in your family tree. Governor DeSantis, sit your ass down. Well, that's pretty much what we got this week, man. I want to give